season on the road. It won't be an easy place to pick up win number 1, as they'll be facing a tough environment and a team that wants to win this game as badly as they do. And here we are, opening night of the new NBA season. Every club at this point can be optimistic. Some teams just looking to make the playoffs, others with much higher aspirations, Kenny.
Yeah, well, some people would say that you can start with a clean slate. But then certain people are saying we're building off of last year. So this is a continuation. But whatever happened last year to some of those teams who didn't reach their goals, they just can wash it out and start. But there are certain teams saying, yes, we are who we were last year, and watch who we are this year.
You want to come out the gate strong. Ernie, I think we're in for an exciting year. And it was a pleasure seeing you in San Tropez on our vacation.
Yes.
That's a nice aqua machine you got.
It was very surprising to see you there, big fella, too.
I was not
memorable.
invited.
How'd you like my bathing suit, Ernie?
Well, let's get it to Kevin Harlan.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans.
Maurice Bates. Stephen Curry.
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. It's New Orleans facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Now, here's Green, and here's Leonard from three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for New Orleans right now, Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Holiday at the one with Gordon at the two. And it's Ashik in at the center position. Leonard attacking, and the layup is good. Leonard's got 5 now. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size, and Greg was talking about Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay? So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge.
And, guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile, great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
And back to Tyreek Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards, too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
Leonard, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 9 points for Kawhi Leonard.
That's his 4th straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Again, the miss by Gordon. Warriors have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's Irving. On the wing, Green. Right side, Leonard. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And it's good. Green's got his first points in this one.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
And the rejection by Leonard.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Irving's shot is good. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
New Orleans on D. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And another three for Golden State.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's Gordon. Screen by Asik to end the run. 6 on the shot clock, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
LeBron's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Kyrie Irving. Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for New Orleans. James with the bucket.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Some changes for Golden State. Durant comes in for Leonard, and Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Thompson. And a change for the Pelicans. Cole's checked in for Drew Holiday. Anderson's shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. That one's on Evans. New Orleans making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Davis. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Eric Gordon.
Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
Cole, the pass to Cunningham. There's the dish to Cole. Trying to get back on track. Tries to save it. 1:51 left in the first. Azili. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Well, Greg, you're right. It's clear to see with Wiggins. He is already fearless with his dunks. Clark, he'll go right at any big man with impunity and finish over him.
Yeah, and I think people knew he was a special dunker, but they didn't know how aggressive he would be in attacking the basket. That's where he surprised folks. They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Here's Pondexter. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the rejection by Ezeli. Here's Durant. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Cole. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. And a wide open look for James. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Durant's got the ball.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Anderson has it in the corner. Can they get it? And James pulls it down. To the paint. Wiggins kicks to Curry. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Durant with the wide open. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And, of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in. And as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Davis and Ashik in the middle. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Evans outside. Davis sets a screen. Gordon goes in. Can't get it to go.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And another basket for Golden State.
Style and grace from Kawhi Leonard on that one.
Leonard's gone a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Gordon kicks to Holiday. He dishes it to Davis. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Gordon against Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Gordon penetrating. Here's Hasek. Draymond Green with the rebound. Golden State's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. But they get it back. And another basket for Golden State.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And Hasek kicks to Gordon. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Will it go? Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Irving. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Kyrie Irving. The Pelicans have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Holiday attacking. Here's Davis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, whether you call him the brow or ant or the future, Anthony Davis made the leap in year 3 to franchise superstar. I mean, still, though, he remains humble, determined to improve, and dedicated to maximizing his immense potential.
And his former coach, Monty Williams, played with some greats. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. He says he sees that same desire to dominate in Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he wants to be great and doesn't see himself as a finished product, which is a good thing. That means he's going to continue to stay humble and hungry and put the work in.
And Anthony Davis, growing up in the rough south side of Chicago, because of the violence, his father didn't let him venture to the playground. Instead, he built a basketball court in the backyard. This young man has come a long way.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Greg, you think they've been rattled?
They have, Kevin, but that's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And Davis stayed around the game in grade school. He'd keep the clock, sell the tickets, even someone said sell nachos.
Humble beginnings, partner, humble beginnings. Didn't even dream of NBA stardom. Said he wanted to be a high school coach. Obviously, things have changed now.
And here's New Orleans now. Here matched up against the Golden State Warriors is how they're going to tip off the new season.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Greg, we know that's in the past, but you can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for James, and it's Stephen Curry in for Irving. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Thompson. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Davis. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. Here's Cole, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Here's the screen. Cole dishes to Anderson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Wiggins drives in. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Cole. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
Golden State's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Durant's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Quick ends and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Curry passes to Leonard, and he slams it one-handed.
And they've done a great job of just keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard.
And that's why they're starting to pull away. I mean, not becoming conservative at all, just adding to the lead. I love seeing a team do that.
Here's Cole. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
He's off on the second.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system, but you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
29 seconds left to play in the first half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Deflects the pass. Leonard attacking. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 21 points for Leonard.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot, partner. I mean, they just aren't missing.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Warriors on top, opening up a huge gap. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass, and being able to execute on the offensive end.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 21 points and 1 block. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
You don't have to dig very deep to see why they're getting crushed. Just look at the rebounding stats. They've been weak juice on the glass, and it's going to cost them. Weak juice and barbecue chicken. What a diet. I'm sure they're getting their earful in the locker room right now, and they deserve it, Ernie.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Leonard playing extremely well. He's got 21 points, and he's chalked up one three-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Draymond Green is out there with Festus Ezeli. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Golden State's gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
And it's the Pelicans' ball. Holiday left side. And good on the basket. Book it. Holiday's got his first points in this one.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Irving against Gordon. No good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can drop an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. LeBron, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. The Pelicans have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Hasek. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Hasek? Tremendous rebounder. A space eater in the paint, so long.
That's a great way to describe him, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. And so Hasek nails both of them.
And, you know, going back to Hasek, I mean, he's not just a big, immobile guy. I mean, he's got really good flexibility, and that's helped him develop some post moves at the offensive end. He's no longer Mr. Dunk or nothing.
The kick out to Irving. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And so here is New Orleans. The Warriors making the shot. It's stolen by Green. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by LeBron.
And going back to Amir Ashik's toughness, you can see it in his face. I mean, he's not going to smile at you. He's not going to show you any expression at all. Just a cold-blooded monster on the floor.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
And James throws it down.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
To the inside, here's Evans. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Thompson, and the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Pelicans, number 1. Second, the Warriors.
Kevin, they were both great all last season, were these teams. I mean, they were terrific at blocking shots. I mean, not only did they have 1 or 2 guys, everybody seemed to get into the block party with these teams.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in, and the Pelicans also making a change. Anderson, he's checked in for Omer Asik. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. He's coming off an excellent season. First in blocks, 4th in scoring, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And it was a block party up in here last season. Woo-hoo-wee! Clearly the best at what he does in that regard.
Good. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Anderson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And Thompson kicks to Ezeli. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing's going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Durant comes in for Ezeli, and Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Klay Thompson. And then for New Orleans, Cunningham, he's checked in for Davis. Pondexter comes in for Tyreke Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Curry's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selector.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession, and that's good news for the rest of that team.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for New Orleans. Got that bucket in no time at all. 19 points for LeBron.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Curry's shot is good.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And that one is hammered home.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Here's Cole. The Warriors making the shot. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Green. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Big time finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession.
New Orleans ball.
Leonard, he's checked in for Golden State.
Kawhi Leonard.
.54 seconds left in the third. The pass to Ajinça. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Got a piece of it. Here's Cole. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Golden State's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Leonard, that's for 2. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists in the game. Here's Cole, guarded by Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the third. Pondexter, no good.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishing.
And that one's good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. Cunningham is out there with Luke Babbitt. Then it's Alexis Ajinça. Then there's Quincy Pondexter, and it's Douglas in at the 1.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
Now here's Douglas. Feeds it to Babbitt. Fires the 3. Leandro Barbosa with the rebound. Stolen by Barbosa. Pushing it up. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Barbosa. And that's now 6 points for Andrew Wiggins. In a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Finished off the break. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
Here's Wiggins. Good.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Douglas against Curry. Ajinça, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
And he gets it to go.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Here's Barbosa. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Cunningham. Second shot opportunity. Douglas can't hit. Here's Golden State. They've got a 12-2 run in progress.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft. Obviously, you know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
New Orleans has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And, you know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
Pass to Leonard. There's the three, and that one's good. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process.
Some changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for James. Spates comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. And a change for the Pelicans. Gordon's checked in. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And then for New Orleans, Cunningham, he's checked in for Luke Babbitt. And Cole subbed in for Tony Douglas. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clark dishes to Ezeli. Durant for three. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Out to the wing. Ezeli the pass to Clark. And Spates with the basket on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got 6 assists here tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record book as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in-seat. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Leonard. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Cole. Ajinça kicks to Cunningham. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Gordon dishes to Cole. Pondexter with it. Guarded now by Durant. And Cole kicks to Ajinça. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's on Kevin Durant. Well, New Orleans is still a relatively young team, but they play with the maturity, I think, Clark, that's beyond their years.
You know, Kevin, the average age for them last year was just over 25 years old, and the youngest team in the West, actually, to make it to the playoff last year.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for the Pelicans, part of why they look so mature is how they protect leads. I mean, rarely giving away points for free and knowing how to close out games.
And Agenda drops them both.
And, you know, guys, the Pelicans only lost 5 games last year where they led going into the fourth quarter. They won 38 when entering the fourth quarter with the lead. That's very mature basketball for a team that's as young as they are.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Here's Cole. Kicks it to Agenda. And the rejection by Ezeli. Here's Spates, and it's Golden State with another.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, what was the key in securing this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. But first, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best of them. You know if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down every look he gets. But what makes him elite is his stifling brand of D.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jets.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando desse esse quatro falasse. Mas que pena, já era. Não vejo mais aquela tão bela e singela.